So I just came in from outside, and it is, it is 4:21 p.m. on June the 23rd, 2016, Hirchuan, Chongqing, China. It is 44 degrees outside. Now, for all of my Celsius using friends out there, just be stunned for a bit while I explain it to all the Fahrenheit users. That is 111 degrees. The humidity is above 80% today. I mean, I know people will say, "Oh, it felt like a sauna." No, it literally feels like a sauna out there. I quit. I went out today because I was completely out of food. I am not going back out there. And the ridiculous thing is, I wasn't actually even out in the heat for that long, and I feel like I was just out in the rain. Not because of the humidity, but because I sweat so much, and unfortunately, I say unfortunately because it's a bit of a danger in really hot weather, but I don't sweat. Now, when I say that, I don't actually mean, like, some people will say, oh, I don't sweat, as in I don't go places where you sweat. No, that's fine. No, I mean, I literally, I'm not a sweater. When I do sweat, I lather instead of, like, rolling sweat. And I usually don't even start sweating at all until we're in the 90s or the low 80s. And my fish is slightly thawed. It was frozen. It's that hot. See, it's even terrible in my utility room. That is all that is left of a whole goat that I bought a month ago. See, I don't even really want to leave this open because it's going to let all the cold air out of my living space. I bought fish, bought red wine. I bought 3 fish, red wine, olive oil, which I finally found. Excuse me. 1 large onion, with a G. Carrots, potatoes, taters, garlic, some apples, and that's it. Everything but the apples will go into soup here in a minute, so I'm going to make fish stock, which goes great over rice. I'm definitely, by necessity, learning to cook more. Well, I know how to cook. I'm a fine cook, by the way. I'm definitely learning to cook without things I'm used to. Still using a couple ounces of butter a week, which is way less butter than I'm used to. Of course, this is because I have to make the butter. I may do a video on making butter, actually. It's super easy. It's just really time-consuming. And I am embarrassed to say that I have actually been selling most of the butter I make. It's pretty good money, actually. I can make about 500 renminbi off about 100 renminbi worth of milk. For 100 renminbi, how much I spent on all this stuff today, is just over $15. So I can make almost 80 bucks off of $15 worth of goat's milk. I should have washed that grape, but I don't care. Grapes are really good here this time of year, by the way. You can more or less walk out and pick them for yourself if you want. But the moral to this story, and the moral to the thing I've learned from being in Chongqing is in the tropics. Not the subtropics, the tropics. I've had a hell of a time with bot flies, which that is what my bot fly C-section scar looks like. Ow! I touched it and it's really raw now. Yeah, that's what my bot fly place looks like. I've had a war with earwigs and a war with Asiatic cockroaches ever since it started raining. And the cockroaches here are the size of a silver dollar at least. They're actually not as gross as like what we're used to. They're basically just big ass beetles. But it has nothing to do with cleanliness. This is actually a pretty clean apartment. Just when it rains, they go to dry places and they end up in buildings. And the earwigs, I just sleep with earplugs. Earwigs really don't make a habit of going into your ear canal, but I would still prefer not to. They do it on occasion, but yeah. So, moral of the story is if you come to Chongqing, you're coming to the tropics. If you have never been in the tropics, be prepared for that. If you've lived in the subtropics, which there are some in the U.S., like Florida, it's just Florida, it's just hotter. Or Texas, it's just a little hotter, and I mean a little hotter. There are actually some places in Texas where it's about the same temperature, but it's wetter. And I prefer to be... no, actually, I take it back. I wouldn't prefer to have dry heat over wet heat, because I don't have asthma or anything, which is what wet heat is bad for. You know, I have sinus problems, so wet heat is actually pretty good for me. My sinuses would be stupendous if the air quality wasn't such crap here. Thanks for watching.